Alright, so here is a recording of one of my demos of a time I set on QMap Zeal recapture. The time was 23.472 seconds, and I have slowed it down here so that we can look at it in more detail. Okay, so to start off the map, like I talked about in the crouch sliding tutorial, I come to the corner of this platform, then I just walk forward and jump. Now it's important that you only walk forward, because if you go any faster than 365, you will jump off the end of the platform. Now, right when I hit the ground, I start changing directions in a crouch slide. And I do pretty much a full 360, and that gets me up to 587 before I leave the platform, which is about 100 UPS more than you would get if you just normally circle jumped. So I start strafing using the A key there, and I switch back, and I jump off the end of this platform, jump once in the middle of this area, and then right as I come down the top of this slope, I initiate another crouch slide, and I strafe to the bottom of the ramp, then switch back, and crouch sliding down that ramp got me up to about 1200 UPS. Which is pretty good for that start. So I am just strafe jumping over to this section of the map, and I am keeping my crosshair as close to the inside of the camping gas HUD bar as I can. When I come to the lip of this ledge here, I initiate another crouch slide, and I try to change my angle so that I'm traveling almost parallel to the direction of this hallway, but at a slight angle, so that when I start strafing to build speed, I will, realign myself to be in the direction of the hallway. So I come down here. When I hit the bottom of this slope, I gain about 100 UPS, and I keep strafing. My goal is to hit this ramp, either this ramp or this ramp. So I start a crouch slide right before I hit the ramp. Again, we talked about how important this is because it preserves more speed. So I start the crouch slide, and then right there, I start the crouch slide. Then when I get to about here on the ramp, I jump and uncrouch. Now that saves a lot of horizontal speed and also gives me the vertical speed I need to get over this this big ledge. And now I strafe back in this direction to continue building speed. Now I'm going to crouch slide down this slope and change direction so that I'm lined up with the next section. Now crouch sliding here is important. It helps you change direction, and it builds you the speed that you need, that is actually really important for the next section of the map, because if you don't have it, it kind of screws up the next bit. I do a crouch slide, I jump again, and then I jump again right before I hit the top of this slope. Now here I'm crouched when I hit the slope. It isn't that big a deal because the slope is really shallow, so you don't really lose any speed. I come around this corner, crouch sliding the whole way, jump right here. Now jumping through this little window, it's really important that when you jump through, you crouch again, because if you don't crouch again, you will get stuck on this little ledge, and if you're holding jump, it will boost you up into the air so that when you come through the window, you bump into the top of this ledge here. So it's important that you hold crouch so that you can preserve all of your speed and then strafe back towards this section. Now, I said earlier, it's really important that you get a lot of speed before this part, because when you come down over here, you're going to start a crouch slide, and if you don't have enough speed, if you have less than 1950 UPS, you will not have enough time in your crouch slide to make this turn all the way around. Like here, I jump right before I'm about to run out of crouch slide. So I come around here, I crouch slide again. I'm turning really wide to make sure I preserve all of my speed, because I'm right near the end of the map and I want to be sure that I'm going as fast as possible. Now I come up to the bottom of this ramp, and instead of crouch sliding over it, I choose to jump and hit the bottom of the ramp, because that will boost me up into this next part, and it'll also burn a little bit of speed. Like right there, it burned 100 UPS, so that I can get around the next corner really quickly, because it's a really tight corner that's hard to get around. So here I crouch before I hit this ramp, so that I'm sliding all the way through here, through that checkpoint, and then I quickly switch back this direction right before I'm about to run out of slide, which is why it's really important that you get speed going into this. And then right there, I jump like a couple frames before I'm about to run out, like a couple milliseconds, and then I start strafing back in the other direction so that I build speed coming into the finish line here. And bam, that's the end of the demo.